Morning, everyone. I keep saying that I'm going to give information about symptoms and life with FND and other issues. I haven't posted in a while. I tend not to show bad days, hard days, things like that. I tend not to show symptoms, but how can I help others understand if I don't? As you can probably hear, my speech is quite bad. I've had a chest infection for over a week, been on antibiotics since Monday. Today is the last day of antibiotics and hope not to need more, but my chest isn't clear, so my friend took the children last night, and hubby and I thought we would go for a date night. Now, it didn't work out how we expected. First, my speech went, then my hands went into claws. That is my left hand better than last night. Then my right arm started to tremor. When the tremor started, it caused a mess trying to eat with your arm in a tremor and your hand in a claw is not easy. Felt probably worse than it was by dribbling food on me. Felt really embarrassed at not being able to eat without making a mess. Then my breathing got bad and my coughing started, and hubby had to get my inhaler for me. I was on maximum painkillers yesterday and still crying with pain. After our meal, we were supposed to be going to the cinema, but there was no way we could go to the cinema. So we came home. My hands were too bad to use my walking aids to get from the van into the house. And as my house is not wheelchair accessible, my husband had to hold me up and try and walk me into the house. He helped me up into bed, and unfortunately, whilst my legs aren't working great and my hands can't hold my crutches to get me downstairs, up in bed is where I'll have to stay. It is unfortunately a regular occurrence, being propped up in bed, not able to make it downstairs or out anywhere. The bank won't give us a mortgage because I'm no longer able to work, and the council housing say because we are in a bought house and not at risk of losing it, we are not priority to get a disabled house. The council have also said that they cannot adapt my house to allow ramps or even a stair lift. My stairs are too narrow for a stair lift. My angle at my door, my front door, is too tight for a ramp. My front door is too narrow for a wheelchair. This is a regular occurrence for lots of us, for lots of people with different diagnosis. They can't get their house adapted. They can't get an adapted house and have to live out most of their life propped up in bed. Some days life with FND is easier than others. Sometimes I can use my crutches to get out to the van, and then my wheelchair wherever I get to. Some days, with the help of the neurophysio, I have been able to use my walker a little more, but if more than a few steps, then it is my wheelchair I need. But it's a very difficult thing to live with. It's horrible when you have bad days and feel hopeless, feel useless, feel like there must be something out there that someone can do. For lots of people with disabilities, having an accessible house and being able to get out their bed into their wheelchair and go to the kitchen or go to the sitting room or go anywhere makes such a difference. Unfortunately, people who do not have to deal with themselves or a family member having these issues does not know about them. A lot of wheelchair accessible things are supplied and created by people not in a wheelchair. I've tried to access a lot of places that are supposed to be accessible, and the access isn't great. The access isn't ideal for what people need. Every disability is different. Every symptom of every disability is different. Over 100,000 people in the UK have FND, or functional neurological disorder, and every one of us experiences it differently. Yes, there is main symptoms that lots of people might have, but how those symptoms react with that person is different for us all. It is the same for every other disability, whether hidden or not. Life is difficult for everyone, whether they are disabled or able-bodied. But as I always say, it doesn't matter how many times you are knocked down. What matters is how you get up and get back on with life, however difficult it may be. Sorry for it being a long one today, but I felt like these points needed to be shared, and I will speak to you all soon. Thank you.